Welcome back to my channel. Today I am at home and I'm gonna do something here. It's been a long time since I've just worked on my own house, so I want to do something with this wall. It gets scuffed up so easily, and I know you guys probably can't tell from a distance. I'll show you close up in a minute, but I want to board and batten this wall. And I've never done that before, but I think it looks super neat. And if I like it, I think I'm gonna do that wall, the fireplace wall. But also, y'all know we had a gate here and to keep flash out, and that gate broke. So Alden, being so kind, built us a gate. So the latch he's got here isn't working. So what I did is I got magnets for that gate, so maybe that'll keep that closed. Let me show you what I got from the Home Depot. I got a rolling brush because I'm going to paint this board and batten Armory, I think. Debbie bought me a gallon of Armory to use in the laundry room or just wherever I want, and I think it goes really good with the grage. So I want it dark. I thought about doing it black, like those rails right there. I thought about doing this board and batten black, actually. If I put the Armory up and I'm not crazy about it, I may go over it in black. I got a paint coat. I got a paintbrush. I got wood stain to stain that wood, and I got it in the color, okay, that's not gonna focus, but it is dark walnut is the color. I got that in. I got the strips for the board and batten, so I'll show you guys that. I'm finished with this. I'm getting way off subject. From the Home Depot, I got some energy. I also got, I'm not gonna nail this up, I got this Power Grip all-purpose Loctite. This stuff is bomb, but way better, hands down, forever till the day I die, we'll say this is better than liquid nail. Hands down, way better. Then I got paintable caulk. So I got 2 of those. Got a little scraper just to scrape the cracks, keep it all leveled up. Okay, then I stopped by where my daughter works. The owner of the Christian bookstore that my daughter works for, she has 2 other little like boutique shops, and they're super cute. But at Lexi's work, I got this little Forgiven bracelet. I thought it was so cute. And I know I'm probably too old to be wearing this stuff, but you know, whatever. And then I got my favorite Glamorous Wash and Diva. If you have never tried this and you like a strong, I would say it's pretty strong. It depends on how much you put in. I put a capful. You could do less, but they have different scents. But this one almost smells like a little masculine. I don't know, but it smells so good. I put it in my laundry, but I also put it in my carpet cleaner when I clean my rug and things. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And this will last for a long time, but the scent lasts forever. You can even wash your clothes later in a normal detergent, and it's still, even if you don't add this, you can still smell it. But it is so good. And I got the, I don't even know, I can't even read that. But anyway, I got the $29.95 jug. That's the size I got, because I can't see them ounces on there. Actually, I think it's grams. Anyway, that's what we got. So I'll be right back and I'll show you these strips I got. I'm back. I'm gonna use my Armory paint. Gotta stir it. Okay, and these are the strips I bought. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. If you're looking for a tutorial on how to do it right, that's not me. I don't even know how this is gonna turn out. I've never done it. Don't know what I'm doing. I just am doing what I think is gonna work. So I got these little strips, and they are 36 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and 1/4 of an inch. What would that be called? Wide, long, thick? 1/4 of an inch thick. So I got these strips to go this way, and I got 10 of these. I may need more, I don't know. They were $3 and $3 a piece. Then for the top, I got to these, and these are 36 inches long, 2.5 inches wide, and 1/4 thick. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna space these. I don't know how far I'm spacing them apart, but ta-da! I think it's gonna be awesome. I don't know. Heather does not know I'm doing this. If she don't like it, I'll take it off the wall. It's half my house. If she don't like it, I'll take half of it down. We'll say that. I'm just kidding. She don't care. Seriously, she'll love it. She'll love it. She don't care. All right, figure stuff out in my head. So, I'll do it like that. Let's just lay this out on the floor so I think I'll know what it's gonna look like. Okay, so okay, this is the top rail. What I'm thinking is I want one strip there, one strip there, and then one, Willis, I don't need your help, one in the middle. So I wonder how far apart that is. I need this. Handy dandy tape measure. So if that's there, guys, y'all move this and get my measurements wrong, you had a bad day. It's just a piece of wood. So, let's see. That would be 35. 35. So 34 divided by 2 is
starting charging.
17 inches. Okay. Whoops. Why? It's gonna be one of those days, I can already tell. Listen. Flashy being a turd. Cats are trapped in every room trying to get out because they're nosy. Would you go on? Go. 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 Need your help. Go on. I don't need your help. I don't. Go away. Go. Go.
Looking for a reason, driven by the heart, fighting for a season, with sadness fall apart. Tell me not to worry, tell me to be strong, be my true reminder of where my love belongs. We'll be cutting edge, make a brand new sketch, fire in the heart, flipping hearts around. We'll be changing all that's wrong, and baby hold on, bring it on. We'll be running the show, bring it on, take it all Let me take you higher, reaching for the sky.
Okay, so this is how my mind works, y'all. I woke up yesterday, Monday, September 18th, and I was going to clean this house. So I noticed walking through the house that this wall was scuffed up. It looked terrible. So I got some cleaner. I sprayed a few areas, tried to clean that. Nothing was coming off. It was just scuffed up paint. It was cheap paint. When we first moved here, this dining room was maroon and we painted it white. It was one of the first things, I actually think it was the very first thing we painted in this house because this dining room was so dark. So we just used cheap paint. We didn't know what we were doing. We still don't know what we're doing, but I do know what's better paint and what's not now at this point. So I came up one piece short and I noticed that Flash had took it and chewed it. That's what that was about. But back on track. So when the scuff marks wouldn't come off, I was like, okay, so instead of cleaning, I'm just going to paint this dining room. I'm going to go see if I can find some white paint or maybe just paint the whole thing if I can't match it, whatever, but I'm going to paint this dining room. The scuff marks are driving me crazy. This wall just takes a beating from just chairs. If we have like everybody over, all the kids and the table, all the chairs are pulled out. A chair will hit it here or there, or Flash running through the house with something, scraping up against that wall. Just, you know, it just takes a beating. It's just that wall in the house that gets beat up on, and I was going to paint it. So then I was like, well, I really don't want it white, but I want it white. I don't want dark walls because the maroon was terrible, and I wanted to keep it light up top, but I wanted it a little darker on bottom just to hide some of those scuff marks and the dirt and all that. So anyway, after scrolling through Pinterest for a while, this is what I came up with. I think board and batten looks super neat, super crisp and clean. I just think it adds so much character to a space. I figured it would cost a fortune, so I googled how to do board and batten cheap. So the little strips that you see right here on the bottom going up and down, I actually seen that you can use yardsticks for those. Buy a yardstick, flip it over, glue it to your wall. Cheap way to do board and batten. When I went to Home Depot, there was a bucket of yardsticks, but there was like 10 people in line to have paint mixed or waiting on paint. It was just packed. So I was like, well, I'm going to go in the lumber department. I'm just going to look and see what they've got. So went back there, ended up finding this, and this didn't say board and batten. It just said hobby. When I started looking at the measurements, it was exactly what I needed. And I was like, perfect. So I had the thick ones with it. And I'll put the total on the screen of what this cost, but this board and batten wall was less than $100. And if you're wondering what the white pieces of tape were that I was holding this in place was, I couldn't find any tape. So, give me a kiss. Flashy. Hey. Love you. I used labels. Yeah, just like cheap little labels, probably from the Dollar Tree or somewhere. Heather said, what are those little white things all over the wall? I said, it's labels. She was like, why were you labeling it? I said, I wasn't. I was holding it still so that glue could set up and those boards would stay level. And she was like, with labels? I said, listen, you got to do what you got to do. It's been a day, okay? So, yeah, sometimes you just got to get creative.
And I promise you'll be fine. That's what my mom.
Flash, what are you eating? Nah, I'll bite you. Quit. Quit.
In return, wish I could see her. I need a shoulder, 'cause I don't know anybody here. It's awfully lonely. I smile, but they just stare. And I see misery everywhere. It's getting to me. I cry, but they don't care. Oh, I'm getting lost in the commotion, and the sound is way too loud. 'Cause I looking for a couch to crash on. Until night, shouldn't be the night I go home with anyone.
On this wall, there was a cable outlet, there was a phone outlet, a phone jack, whatever you call those things. Alden actually said he could take those out for me and fix those. So when he does that, I'll just go back and touch it up, paint over the little piece of sheetrock or however he fixes that up. But for now, I just painted over top of those faceplates so the white's not jumping out. Of course, I didn't the plug-in outlet because we will keep that, of course. When I went to measure out 17 inches apart, because that's what I read that most people space their battens 17 inches apart, when I went to measure that out, it hit those faceplates and it was like I just could not get the right number. So after measuring out where I could put these battens without it covering a faceplate, it ended up being 14 inches. So that's what I used, and that's the cool thing about board and batten is you can make it your own. There's really no right or wrong space or height. I've seen it go floor to ceiling. I've seen it be 4 feet, 4.5 feet high, like half up the wall, whatever. And that's pretty cool, I think. You can just kind of work with it, customize it, make it your own. As for me, I spaced these 14 inches apart and it was 36 inches high. You will see that it goes into my light switch cover a little bit. So what I did, I cut like 1/8 of an inch off of that, and you can't tell. So I cut the light switch cover there just a little bit, trimmed that plastic piece on the bottom, then screwed that back on, and voila, it's perfect. Yeah, I just think that board and batten is a really neat way to make your wall, make your space, your home look really neat and put together. It is a super affordable way to give it just an upgraded look, in my opinion.
Did you see me though? Cause I sure put on a show. I'm dancing on the tables and I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. I'm dancing on the tables and I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cops are out of sight. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I.
I'm not heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the...
Stick your nose in it and it'll be great. Go ahead. Go ahead. Stick your nose in it.
He's so pretty. My pretty baby. I cannot paint today. Some days I have it, some days I don't. Today I don't. Ow.
In a different part of town, I see new colors as the sun goes down. No, it doesn't even matter to me where I go, just feel I need to take a ride. I don't know when I'll get back, keep on going and relax tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel
So I'm going to go ahead and include the cost on the screen here. This is just what I used. I did buy a couple extra strips, thank goodness, because you've seen Flash chewed one of them up. That's just what I used. So $62.43, and that's a super cheap way to make your space look better. I had the paint on hand, so I didn't include that. That would be the cost of your paint, and maybe you have paint on hand if you wanted to do this. I did buy stain as well for this gate, but I didn't get to that. I'm just going to do that on another day. Allison had a volleyball game, so I needed to get there, so we will stain on another day. I have never stained anything before, so if you've got any tips or tricks for me, let me know. As soon as Flash learns he can grab a hold of that bar with his little teeth and pull that open, he will be through there, I know, so we'll probably have to have a latch sooner or later. He's already figured out how to open his crate and get out. So, you know, it's Flash's world. We just live in it. I'm going to go ahead and share my devotional with you guys today. It's been a little bit since I've read it. I think the last couple of times I've just inserted a picture for you to pause and read that, but I enjoy reading these. And I want to make one thing clear. You don't have to listen to this. If you need to mute me at the end, that's fine. I don't want to push any of my beliefs on you. When I share these devotionals with you, I don't share this with you to make you think that I live this perfect life or whatever. That's not it at all. I only do this because it helps me so much, because I do have days where it's hard and I have days that I can barely get through it, and these just always seem fitting to me. But today's is crucified for you. I am a worm and not a man, scorned by mankind and despised by people. Psalms 12:6. It's hard to imagine that after all of Jesus' miracles and teachings, people still wanted to crucify him. He didn't come in violence or arrogance, yet he was still despised by many. Despite all the rejections, Jesus was victorious. Be encouraged if you are facing challenges today, that while people may reject you for no reason, you can be victorious. Stand tall and be proud of who you are in Christ. Thank him that he understands rejection. He can help you with your low points during the day to take courage that your confidence comes from him and no one else. How can you be victorious despite any rejection you may face? One thing that can hurt more than anything, in my opinion, is rejection. Being left out, not being liked. I am a people pleaser and I want people to like me. I don't like it when people don't like me. And I have gotten over a lot of that. I've come to learn over the last couple of years that it doesn't matter who likes you. The right people will, and the rest don't matter. They're irrelevant. I see so much of it in school, even with Allison. There are kids that don't like her. There are kids that are jealous because her talents are more, or maybe they don't like her because her talents are less. Life is hard enough just day to day to get through it, but then having to deal with things like that on top of it, it's hard. We're only human and those things do hurt and affect us. But then you just have to remind yourself that Jesus knows. He knows the hurt. He knows what it feels like. None of us have been treated the way Jesus has been treated. So if anybody knows, he knows. He knows us better than anyone. He knows our faults more than anyone knows them, but yet he loves us more than anybody does. So that's all that matters. That's it. Thank you for watching this little project. I think it turned out really good. You'll have to let me know what you think. I know it's not for everyone. Everyone has their own taste. But I would really love to do the square board and batten above my fireplace behind our TV on that wall. So let me know what you think about that. But I love you guys so much. And remember, Jesus loves you guys so much. And I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that you overcome whatever's bothering you, whatever's burdening you and hurting you. I hope that you overcome that and you make the best of your day. I tell my kids every single day, it's up to you whether you have a good day or not. You let things affect you or you don't. It's up to you. But I love you guys. Remember, Jesus loves you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, live a life that shows through the darkness, the fire burning in the night, be a hope for the world so broken, be a friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me, make the broken things